Welcome to the Tales of Success podcast, a show about Labradors and achieving training success. Hello, welcome to the Tales of Success podcast with me, Vikki Sharpe. In this episode, I want to talk to you about the 5 skills that your Labrador should know. If you don't train your Labrador properly, they will start to take their own path and their own route. And unfortunately, you may not like the results. So this episode, I'm going to share with you my top 5 priorities when training a pet Labrador and why they should be your focus. First up on our list is recall, the most important thing that you could ever teach your Labrador. Because if you can't get your Labrador to come back to you, it's kind of pointless teaching them anything else because they're going to be too busy ignoring you whilst they're on the other side of a field, sniffing and eating everything in sight. So when you teach recall to your Labrador, you're aiming for a reliable recall that happens in every setting, every situation. And recall should occur quickly. It's not kind of 10 minutes after you've asked them. It should be a nice, quick, instantaneous response that we get from them. A reliable recall will give you the confidence that whatever the situation, you can get your dog to return to you safely when you need them. So when we teach dogs, we teach 3 different types of recall. We teach a nice verbal recall. We teach a visual recall, and we also teach recall to a whistle. And that will stack the odds in your favor of getting a nice, reliable recall every single time. Taking number 2 in our list, we've got loose lead or loose leash walking. And that simply means that when you take your dog out for a walk, they're going to walk nicely by your side with the lead hanging loosely in kind of a nice, relaxed manner. We don't want any tension in that lead at all. They're going to be pretty happy hanging out with you in the early stages of owning a puppy because they kind of need you. They don't have the confidence to do anything else at that point. But as they start to get a bit older, a bit more adventurous and a bit more energetic, you're going to find that your Labrador starts to pull on the lead a little more each and every day. So from the early stages, I recommend that you identify where you want your Labrador to walk and encourage them to be and stay in that position from day one. Make it really part of the routine that every time you go for a walk, they hang out in that particular place. So when I'm walking my Labradors, they know that the area around my left leg is their place to hang out. And as long as they're there, we're going to be interacting with each other. We're going to be having fun. And we enjoy that walk together, and they're going to receive loads of praise. They're probably going to get the odd treat and reward in the process as well. So by focusing on loose lead walking from an early age, it really does mean that you will start to enjoy those walks as much as your Labrador does. It's a team effort. So both of you enjoying the walks together is what you need to aim for. If you're not enjoying your lead walks currently, something needs to change. And next up on our list, we've got focus or eye contact from your Labrador. And this is when your Labrador is looking at you, because when they're looking at you, they are listening to you and they're showing you that they're ready to take on more information or further instructions. If you have an energetic, anxious, or nervous Labrador, this can be a great way to calm things down as well. Asking a Labrador to look at you means that they stop what they're doing. They turn around and they give you their full focus. And when you have that attention, you can start to calm things down and you can just let those distractions pass on by, often without your dog even noticing them. And number 4 on our list, we've got settle or getting your dog to chill out and relax. And this is a fantastic way to get your Labrador to relax and be calm. There's probably a lot of you out there that are listening to this wondering if it's even possible to do this because you've probably got very energetic young Labradors that are probably still under 2 years old that are always on the go. You've got to actually encourage our dogs to settle because if we just leave them to their own devices, they're going to get a bit of FOMO and they don't want to miss out on all these things. But if we do encourage them to settle, rest, relax, and even sleep, you'll notice that your Labrador is often a little better behaved. Generally speaking, a well-rested Labrador is a much nicer Labrador to have around. Adolescent Labradors need a lot of rest, but they may resist that urge to sleep because they just want to get involved in absolutely everything that's happened. So teaching this settle means that you can get their settlement out and just ask them to settle or go to their mat or go to their place. And they'll start to know that their job is to go to their mat or their place, lay down and have a rest. It means that they can start to switch their brain off and understand that there's not a job for them to do. It's just about relaxing and being nice and calm. Developing a nice settle will also help you during meal times. If you have a pet Labrador that likes to drool all over your feet as you're tucking into your dinner, a settle will make things much easier. You can just ask them to settle on their mat whilst you eat. And that means you can start to enjoy sitting in a coffee shop or going to a cafe or a pub beer garden with your dog. And you'll be safe in the knowledge that your Labrador is kind of just settled and chilled on their mat underneath your table rather than jumping up on the table trying to steal everybody's food. I laugh when I say that. It did happen to me many years ago with one of my Labradors. And last but not least on our list, we have got that you need to give your Labrador a job to do. Labradors are a very, very intelligent breed and they need something to do to be at their happiest. Most Labradors out there, particularly at the moment, are from working lines. And that in itself means that they are kind of hardwired to want to do things. They want a job to do. It's a natural thing for them. So you've got to make sure that you are proactive in giving them a job to do and giving them a sense of purpose. If as humans don't provide them with a job, they find their own job, which can sometimes be pulling up your carpet, can be destroying furniture, digging in the garden, or just generally creating mischief because they feel like they need to be doing something. The job that you give them, it doesn't need to be anything too complex. It can just be that you do specific training with them at certain times of the day. You engage that very clever brain that they've got, or maybe do a little bit of scent work or brain training. So, we're not turning our pet dogs into working dogs. We're not asking them to kind of put their police uniform on and go and be a sniffer dog every day, but we need to tap into that natural breed trait. It's no coincidence that Labradors are used as guide dogs, as sniffer dogs, or support dogs around the world. They are such a highly intelligent breed and they thrive when they use those clever brains. So those are our top skills to work on. And I really do encourage you to put those as your priorities when thinking about what to do with your pet Labrador. Above all else, you've got to have fun and enjoy every minute with your four-legged companion. So when we're looking at giving them a job to do, we're simply saying this is what our Labradors enjoy most, that feeling of purpose. We've got to help them as best as we can be the best possible pet Labradors. So that's our top 5 skills that we would encourage you to focus on when thinking about training for your Labrador. Of course, there are hundreds of other things that you can teach them as well, and we encourage that. This is not about saying these are the only things you teach them. It's simply about saying these really should be your priorities. And this is based on experience. We've had many Labradors that have lived with us, trained with us, and been with us for long times. And these are the most important things that will make the biggest impact on your life and your Labrador's life. Teach them all the other fun skills and tricks as well. The important thing is that you and your Labrador have lots of fun together, being the best possible team. If you find that you need any help or support with anything Labrador related, the team at Tales of Success are here to help you. We provide clients with training at our online puppy schools, foundation skills programs, lead walking programs, scent detection programs, recall programs. We just want to help as many Labradors wherever you are in the world as possible. So do reach out to us if there's anything that you would like to know or any help. We are here to help you. Thanks for joining us. We hope that has been useful to you. But from me, all I want to finish off by saying is be caring, be consistent, and be your Labrador's best teacher. I'll catch you on the next episode.